what would you do if one of your partners was busy mates with someone who looked like Jennifer Lopez?
I have a theory that ex-girlfriends who are slightly psychotic are very easy to deal with because you can have joint conversations with your chap about, oh, my God, they're such a nightmare. For me, ex-girlfriends who are still really good friends with them are far more dangerous because, as my friend used to say, no one misses a slice from a cut loaf, is what she used to say. So, yeah, I mean, I would be... And especially, oh, my God, if they're best friends and they look like her, good night. Anyway, I don't know. Who knows why they've split up, but, yeah. Girlfriends who are ex-girlfriends who are best friends...
But even if they don't look as beautiful as Jennifer Lopez and they're super lovely and there's part of you going, you can never say it out loud because they'll constantly defend her saying, oh, but she's really nice. And you're thinking, yeah.
You call her face out. Sorry.
But I mean, there's a different level to this as well in that, yes, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner have split up, but they're living in the same house. Apparently, they've been separated for the past 10 months. He's building a different sort of wing to the house. Do you think that could work?
No, I don't. I mean, it depends, doesn't it, really? I mean, if you've got a really good relationship and you're really friendly and you've kind of just grown apart, you know...
In a very big house.
In a really big house.
And not room for a wing.
Yeah. Then that's great. It could work out. But if, you know, if it's become a little bit distraught and there's children involved, that could be really awful. I mean, my mum and dad, you know, they went through a divorce and I remember there was an invisible line drawn from, you know, and Dad lived in that part of the house and we lived in that part of the house. And this was just until we'd all sorted ourselves out. But it was just really, really weird. You know, you've got your mum and dad who, you know, aren't really talking to each other. And as kids, you're kind of like, can't really go in that bit.
So did you ever cross that line? Did you ever
No, I didn't.
No,
no, because at the time I was really annoyed with my dad. I was like, I don't want to speak to you, you know, that sort of thing.
And did he bring another woman into the house as well?
He did later on.
So him and her lived over that side and you lot lived over
this side? We'd moved out by then.
Oh, you moved out by then.
Which was fine, and we moved out and got ourselves sorted. But it is just... It's the weirdest...
I think, as you say, if it peters out and you're just kind of friends, then that just continues and it works well. My daughter's friend from school, her parents... They had a nice big house. They just kind of fell out of love with each other, but they thought rather than sell the house and get two sort of small places, they both liked the house, they stayed in it and with the kids, and they were all there and they just weren't together anymore. And they dated other people.
But see, I would think that works kind of all right in theory until there's somebody else involved. I've got a girlfriend of mine dated someone who thought was divorced and it turned out, well, she was technically divorced, still living in the same house and found it too weird and just walked away. Yeah. Because hi! In the morning was all
sitting on the end of the bed in the morning. Cup of tea!